Hello, my name is Jim Mullaney from SciTech Process Solutions. Today is Thursday, January 2nd, 2020. I hope everyone had a happy new year. Today I'm doing a video source inspection on two refurbished 270S spin rinse dryers. We do not give our customers names out on our videos for their privacy. These videos are uploaded to a YouTube channel so they can have a link sent to them to review them. But the PO is 16492. These are going internationally. Actually, this is part of an order of an 8-order refurb. They're sending 2 at a time. This is unit 3 and 4. They still have 4 more to send to us. We're using the same crate back and forth as they install and deinstall the tools. What I want to do is first go over the tool numbers here. Look at the back plate. This is model 270S. This is SRD number 01180, remanufactured date 1/2020, and this one is SRD 270-S SRD SRD-01179, again remanufactured in January 2020. You can't see those, but they have the LC4 servo amps attached to the back. These will run the brushless motor. These systems do have the water recirc lines. I do see the water recirc lines installed. They also, let's see if they have the anti-static modules. Yeah, they have the anti-static modules. For reference, these bottom carts are not the customers. The customer only sent us the 270s themselves, but for our manufacturing process and for our final test area, we put them on the matching carts for convenience and for moving them around. The customer also, part of this transaction, purchased our state-of-the-art Slick Device S1 controllers. These controllers make any traditional S-model spin rinse dryer as good or better than any new tool you can buy in the world. It's a graphically oriented controller. It has data logging, a lot of maintenance capabilities. We've also given the free upgrade to our light indicators. Amber, yellow means that we're idle on both. The customer also has the EMO switches that were already included. This customer runs 2 different wafer sizes. This happens to be 6-inch, which is the A182 60MB cassette, which is the traditional Integris cassette. And over here, I believe this one's the A182 39 MLC, or really ML. Anything after that, they're all going to be compatible except for the U. And this is a 4-inch system. This system has gone through the SciTech complete remanufacturing process. What I'll do is go ahead and start the tools, and then I'll talk about our remanufacturing process while we run through the process. This process is a pretty traditional one. We have a short 20-second rinse at 500 RPM. We have a 10-second purge at 1800. We have dry one, which I'll describe later, at 1800 for 90 seconds, and dry 2 for 210 seconds at 500. So you simply load your cassette like I did and hit start. Oops. I hit clear. And then hit start. Okay. Nice and close. So on our controller, green means it's active. In this case, the LPP, which means low pressure purge, is on. The N2 20 PSI sensor is made, which means it has the adequate N2 to run the tool. And you have your rinse light on. You also can see what is running on the side here by looking at the actual information on that. Now we're in purge. You can see the N2 turned on and the N2 valve turned on. As you can see, these ramped up very quickly. We're already moving, and we're moving into dry 1. Dry 1, as you can see, our state-of-the-art controller has the best RPM control available in the world. As you can see, we don't even fluctuate 1 RPM off of the scheduled RPM. We have feedback more than 10 times a second. We do direct feedback to the controller to make sure our RPM stays perfect. So, while we're running here, let me talk about our manufacturing process. So, when tools come in, as a customer or when we sell tools, they go through first a review of the tool to see the status if it's a customer's machine. We document the incoming QC, we take pictures of the tool, we document what rotors came in, what options came in, and we file that in the customer's file so we know, make sure everything's returned correctly. The system is then broken down all the way to the base level, just like it's a SciTech sold machine. And that means all the way down to the metal platform. We then start, we call our dry build. We actually do a rebuild of all the critical components, or testing. We rebuild the brushless motors. We do all of the ACR valves. We do all of the rotor stop positioners. We ohm out all the heater blankets, make sure they work. Anything that is defective or we feel is going to be an issue is replaced with new. This customer more than likely got brand new. They got new windows, new door seals, new bowl seals. So then it goes, once all the subcomponents are built up, it's built up into its, without any poly, just its stainless steel configuration. Kind of like this one right here. You can see we're quite busy in final test here. Oops, about that. And this would be a system that's coming into test after it's been built up on the dry build. You can see there's no poly on it. So what we do is we have a dry test in the manufacturing without DI water. We have a second technician come do the quality control review, check off list. Assume it passes. If it doesn't, it's whatever issues are found are fixed. Once it passes the dry test, it's rolled into wet test here, and it's hooked up to DI water. It's then tested with DI water for multiple runs. We have a second QC done on it by another technician to ensure it works. It runs then 50 process runs nonstop to ensure we burn it in. After the 50 process runs, we then start to put it in its configuration. In this case, the poly configuration, the controller it's using, whatever options it might be. It then is run for 50 process runs in here to make sure there's no failures. We check for the heat, we check for the resistivity, we check for the anti-static module. All that can be monitored through our state-of-the-art controller. Unlike a semi-tool controller, we can monitor all that and we can check it all. After that, it's then passed over to the sales department for a video to go sent to the customer. So we're here, we have about 2 minutes left. We're in dry 2. The traditional process for spinner and dryers around the world is a rinse, a purge. Then you have dry 1, which is the high RPM dry, a short duration. It's meant to sling the water off of the wafer, off the cassette, and off the rotor. Then you go into dry 2, which is a longer duration, low RPM. At this case, we're at 500 RPM. And you use the N2 heat, the bowl heaters, and centrifugal force to dry everything out. There was lots of studies done on particle control, and you tend to always get better particles if you have lower RPM in your dry cycles. So while these are finishing up, let me talk about our support. At SciTech Process Solutions, you can go to our website. On the left-hand side, we have buttons. There's 7 buttons. The first 7 are all semi-tool related. The first 3 are the tools, the S model, the F as in Frank, and the ST. The next 3 are all the spare parts for that. This tool right here, we have 100% spare parts. New motors, new amps, new ACR valves, new doors, new windows, new solenoids, everything brand new. Everything on this tool we can sell you brand new. We also have state-of-the-art rebuild capabilities, and we also have a US lowest price guarantee. We have 52 seconds. What I'll do is I'll talk about our other product lines after these finish. So what happens at the end of the process, there's a module back here. It's a cylinder. It's called the RSP, Rotor Stop Positioner. That actually has a solenoid that shoots out. It rolls on the cam, finds a flat, brings it to what we call home position, 12 o'clock. And once it homes at 12 o'clock and the RPMs go down to 0, I'll hear the door release and I'll be able to open it. I then test for the hot end too to ensure we have hot end too, and I'll check the wafers and the cassettes, make sure they're dry. So we have about 15 seconds on each one, and I'll open both of these. Two, 1, 0. There you go. Okay, it's braking now. As soon as it gets to 70 RPM, the RSP will fire. I heard that one fire. It's a smaller rotor, so it got there faster. I heard this one just fire. Notice how it upright, home position 12 o'clock. It'll take a second, and I heard the door release. So to acknowledge the end of process on our tool, blue means process is over, the door needs to be opened. You have it in multiple ways. One, you can hit acknowledge here, you can do that. One, you can hit stop, you can do that, or just open the door. I'll simply open the door and you'll see it. Okay, first let me feel for don't want to burn my hand, that's nice and hot. Wafers look dry, look good. You can see our bowl looks beautiful. Let's check the 4-inch. To show you the different way of doing it, I'll acknowledge this way. Same thing. Hot N2, nice and warm. Alrighty. Perfect, nice and clean. So these systems, in my mind, have 100% passed our QC and will be created starting today. We told the customer they could pick them up on Friday or Monday. They're just coordinating the trucking right now. So now talking about what else we have to support on our website. So the seventh button is our support on the solvent and acid systems for semi-tool, the WST, WSST, SAT, etc. We have a wide variety of spare parts over the years that we've collected, new parts from customers, the fabs have resized, closed, and so forth. We have all those on our website. We are also experts in a few different product lines, mostly wet processing. The Integris floor box washers, we think we're the #1 manufacturer of those in the world now. We do quite a few every year. They're very large systems meant to clean the cassettes. We do quite a lot of the mask and wafer scrubbers. That would be the Ultra T, Ultra Tech, K&S, etc. We have, I think, 5 in stock right now. We always have 5 or 6 mask cleaners in stock. We also do photoresist pumps. We do quite a lot of the millipore, IDI pumps. We do controllers, pumps. We do customers rebuilds. They send us their pumps to rebuild. We do etch equipment, ashers and etchers, the Matrix tools, the Branson's tools, the March tools, tabletop systems, cassette to cassette, a wide range. We also do particle counters, the 10-core KLA, the 6000 class, that would be the 6220, 6240, 6420, etc. We also have the older 4500s and 5500s. We just shipped an 8-inch 5500, I think, about a week ago. We also do high and low power microscopes, the traditional Nikon microscopes, Olympus. Our low power microscopes, which would be your traditional inspection scopes, we have those brand new on our website, quite a lot of those. So we do have a wide range of tools. Everything we sell is either new or fully remanufactured. We don't sell anything just used or as is. Our philosophy is when tools leave our facility, they should look, if not brand new, as close as brand new as possible, and run like they're brand new. It doesn't matter if they, how they look, no matter what, even though they're going to look great from our company, they have to run brand new. We do have our own poly shops. We can make our own poly here. We cut our own poly. We've recently done some upgrades to the company. We have our own bead blast machine for reprocessing bowls, so they look in beautiful, like new condition when we're done. We've recently worked on, purchased 3D scanners for 3D scanning of parts, and we are waiting to take delivery, probably by the first quarter, of our laser jet water cutter. That would be a nice way to start cutting some of our own parts that we hadn't done in the past. So our company is trying to become vertically integrated on our manufacturing process, and we're doing a pretty good job on it. 2020 is a big year for us to become more integrated. So that will end this presentation of these Tool 2 fully remanufactured spin wrench dryers by SciTech Process Solutions. Again, today is Thursday, January 2nd, 2020. My name is Jim Elaney. Any questions, you can feel free to email us at sales@scitechprocess.com or just call us at 916-797-9000 and ask for anyone in our sales organization. Thank you and have a great day.